Hi y'all, thanks so much for stopping back by. If this is your first time here, then welcome. Thanks so much for coming by. My name is Lori Livers, and on this channel we talk about how I have created passive income for myself and my family using rental properties. We talk about DIY home improvement because I love that stuff. And we talk about everything planning and organizing because for me, that's what makes all the rest of this stuff possible. And I hope that sounds interesting to you. And if it does, please do subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified of all the new videos coming your way and hang out for a few minutes. So now that I've told you all about what this channel is about, I need to let you know that this video today has nothing to do with any of that. I know, kind of weird. So I've only had like maybe 5 or 6 people watch my videos. And that's totally okay because I'm having so much fun with it. But the people that I have had watch my videos are people I know in real life. And every single one of them has asked me, why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? So I thought today I'd make a video and let you all know about why I decided to start this YouTube channel. So the main reason I started this channel is because I need video proof that I can consistently not find my words and I talk too much with my hands. Okay. I started my channel because for me, learning how to use financial tools to create passive income has been an absolute game-changing thing in my life and in a very, very big way. And I want to share that with anybody and everybody who even might be a little bit interested. So as I've told y'all before, I did not grow up in a family with money. And because of this, I had a really limiting relationship with money. I learned really, really young how to earn money, and I've always been a saver. But when you come from nothing and gain a lot of financial responsibility along the way, you simply cannot save your way to a point where you don't have to work a full-time job. So prior to my real estate investment career, I was a financial controller for a tech company in the Midwest. And I loved, and still love all the people I worked with, because I don't work there anymore. All the people I worked with at this tech company. It was the most dynamic group of people I had ever worked with, and I really, really enjoyed spending my days around those people. Even though being a financial controller, an accountant, a bean counter is incredibly boring stuff, working with a dynamic group of people made it all worthwhile for me. Then, towards the end of 2018, my husband's job relocated us. And this was such a blessing, but also bittersweet because they were relocating us back home to Texas. And I'm a Texas girl, and I who doesn't want to come home to Texas? If you know a Texan, then you know there's something a little different about all of us. And I was so excited to be coming home to Texas, but I was so brokenhearted to be leaving this group of people that I worked with every day behind. And going through that process, the ownership of the company and I decided that we would try to have me stay on with the company and do it from a remote location from my home in Texas. So we loaded up all of our stuff and off we went to Texas, unpacked all of our stuff, set up a home office, and tried to go right back to work, doing the same thing I had always done with this company, just from 1,000 miles away. And it didn't work. It didn't work for me at all. As the company grew, my job, of course, evolved into something different that the company needed because every position evolves in a growing company into what you need it to be at that time. And the company had evolved into something that I didn't have the opportunity to work with all of the dynamic people that I loved working with so much on a regular basis anymore. And I was just left with the bean counting part. And I didn't want to be a part of that. I was getting more and more frustrated by just the fact that I had to go to work, 10 feet down the hall in my home office on a Monday morning. And I got to where I was living my life for the joy of 5 o'clock on Friday. That frustration was bleeding over into every aspect of my life. I knew it was time to leave. It was time to figure out what my options were because I still do need to earn an income, but I don't want to work for anybody else anymore. Didn't want to. I was tired of that, and I was ready to leave all that behind. So it's no surprise to anybody who knows me, of course, I was drawn back to real estate. I always am drawn back to real estate. I've always loved it, but I definitely did not want to be a real estate agent. I don't want to trek across Texas trying to sell a house or trying to have somebody buy a house. That's just not for me. I know real estate agents work really, really hard. At least the agent I work with, she works really, really hard, and she makes it look easy, but it's not. And that's just something I wasn't interested in. I had already purchased a rental house, and I was planning on purchasing a couple more, but it wasn't for passive income purposes. It was really for long-term investment, something like retirement. I thought I had to work for somebody else until I got to a point where I was old enough to retire. And I was frustrated by this idea of staying in that workforce, working for somebody else, living the life I thought I had to live. I felt like the life if I wanted to live was too far away from me. So I started really thinking about it and trying to learn more about it and trying to figure out how I could create that future life for myself that I had envisioned today. And that's when I learned about the financial tools that I'm utilizing today to grow my investment portfolio. So for me, that has been an absolute game changer. I looked at my 9-to-5 and I thought, I'm out. I can easily replace my 9-to-5 income with almost completely passive income through rental properties. So I'm out of that 9-to-5 situation. I'm done with it. I have left it behind. And it's so exciting. And that's why I started this channel, or at least that's why I told myself I started this channel. And in going through this process and learning more about myself and learning about how I can utilize this strategy and really about how anybody can utilize this strategy, I learned that this is really not about that. This is really about overcoming the limiting relationship I had with money and letting my relationship with money grow into something that is so much more beneficial. And that's the real game changer. That's the real life-changing thing that's happened for me and that I want to share. Finding myself in this whole new world with all these possibilities and all this abundance has been such a life-changing thing for me that I now want to share it with everybody. Like, I want to tell the whole world. Anybody who wants to listen, I want to tell them that just because you come from nothing doesn't mean you have to stay there. It may be where you're from, but it's not who you are unless it's what you choose. And I choose different, and that is okay. And it's super exciting. And if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do this. So that's what this is all about. When it comes down to it, the most important reason I started this YouTube channel is to talk about my relationship with money, how it had to change so that I could be successful and live the life I want to live and not the life I thought I had to live. It's also about the strategy I use to create the passive income that I very much enjoy. Well, the almost completely passive income that I very much enjoy. And I throw in DIY home improvement projects just because I love that stuff. And finally, of course, all the planning and organizing, because without the planning and organizing foundation, none of this stuff would have ever been possible. So there it is. That's why I started this channel. I hope this is interesting for you. At least as interesting for you as it is for me. And if it is, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can come along on this journey with me. I want you all to live the life you want to live and not the life you thought you had to live. You have options. You have even more options than you think. Don't be afraid to go out and explore those options. Before you go today, drop down into the comments. If you could change anything about your relationship with money today, what would that be? I look forward to chatting with you all. I can't wait to get to know you all better. But until next time, bye y'all.